Hello, everyone, and welcome into more challengers here on the Sorcerer Network. Um, yeah, okay, let's do this. Hopping right in. Alrighty, so, I like the vendor, and I like the clown. The question is, do I want to do the shapeshifter in order to pick an extra card? And just have an additional card in my deck? I think the answer is no. I don't really care about that. Okay. I had a question about the scoring, and there was a comment on a previous video about the scoring. So I want to kind of go over the scoring of all this. Basically, the scoring is fans, and each trophy is a certain amount of fans. One of the reasons why the late game is so powerful is because those trophies are worth more fans. And so, while cards like the clown, if this card takes flag possession, take 2 fans, can be very, very powerful because it can help kind of supplement from the trophies. But for the most part, you are going to get your fans from these trophies. So I'll show that, and it'll tell you how many fans are on each trophy when we win them, or whoever wins them. So I'll show that. Okay, so this person went clown, treasure. Okay, just checking to see what else is going on down in the first match is where you really want to look at. Okay, so this person also got vendor clown. This person got double treasure. Okay. All right, the good news about the vendor being in the bin here is, okay, there's my clown. That's excellent because I get 2 fans from taking possession of the flag there. That's great. I still lose this, but here, this will now show my point. So, or maybe it doesn't. Okay. I was anticipating some information here, but apparently not. So basically, like that's the thing. Is each trophy is worth a certain amount of fans, and so that's kind of how you gain points there. All right, so couple things I could do here. I could go makeup artist and really go for this 1 power build, but I hate that build with a living passion, so we're just gonna do that. I don't really love any of this, like, at all. I guess the jester is fine. I probably don't even want it, to be honest with you, so I'm just going to immediately remove it. I remove this talent as well. So that was a little bit of a dud of a draw there. Someone else going vendor and clown means that there's some competition here, and the haunted house set is the removed set, so we know we don't have that build. This is probably a situation where we're going to want to take the 1B card here because we can hopefully just kind of get powerful stuff. Okay. That person gets some passive fans. So this is the person that's competing with me in this build. So curious. Okay, they got the 2 power thing. So this seems to be that they'll be going for more like 3 powered stuff. It's a nice draw there, assuming, well, man, that stinks, especially because, yeah. Well, and there's my 2 cards that would get buffed by my vendor, but apparently that's not going to happen, so no worries. Okay, what's going on down here? Nothing is what's happening down there. Okay. So I have a newcomer and a vendor. So you can see here, this is worth 3 fans. I don't know why it doesn't do that on like my opponents, but you won match 2 and gained 3 fans from this trophy. So my son, I'll have to break down. I may comment in this video once I figure it out. The actual breakdown of the trophies. So you can see from this trophy, I gained 3 fans. Okay, so this person just has a potpourri of things. I'm going to hit continue just so when this match is done, we can move on. This person's got the 2 treasure chests. Okay, he has the juggler. So yeah, I'm thinking we just kind of go for the more powerful cards and double juggler. That's pretty good, actually. So he's going, like, if he can find AI, that's going to be pretty gross. Right, so all this opponent has to do is, yeah, take the flag and he wins there. Okay, great. So yeah, I'm going to grab a B card here. I have really come to like the mime. The other thing that I like here is the blacksmith. And then the shark is just a really nice card at 5 power because that would buff all of this stuff. I think the mime is what I'm going to do. That card just really, really overperforms in my opinion. And then the clown's time is done. It's just not going to be as good long term. So let's get rid of it out of our deck. I'd rather have something that's 3 power and 4 power. So now I want the mime to come out early. That's the key. Because I want more bench spots open. But if not, that's okay. Love that took 3 cards to take down. And there we go. So this is a really great mime. So yeah, for that, it takes, 3 cards to take down this person. That's a really nice use of cards here. So the last 2 cards have taken 3 cards to take down. Which is ideal in what we want. Okay, what's happening down here? Okay. I should be able to beat 3 power really easily. The other nice thing is that I'm able to take a lot of these things back with just 1 card. And especially that's going to continue because... okay. That's a little bit of a bummer because that makes the defense a little bit easier. But I'll be defending with a power of 4 here. But with that card there, that's not going to matter. So we almost win there. Just missed it. Okay, these people also went for the B card. So this person looks like the director build is really nice. Because if you can get a lot of these movie people, it's just really powerful on attack. However, I'm this person, I don't know what build they're going for. Okay, again, we're sticking with the B cards. All right, love Rubber Duck. And then I think I'm just going to redraw. Ooh, I love a double Rubber Duck. I was tempted to take the dog there, but now this actually works out way better. Okay, so now comes to the point where I think just let's remove one of the dogs. And then I'm also going to start to phase out these newcomers. I just don't want them in my deck. But I don't want to go down to 6 cards here. That just is a recipe for I'm definitely not going to win. But if we can slowly phase them out, that's fine. All right, don't love to see that card on the bench, but I do love to see that card on the bench. Okay. Okay, that's excellent, because now that's also being buffed by the vendor. So that's defending with a power of 6 right off the bat. And I know that I have a couple of 5-powered things in here as well. That will also be 6-powered things because the vendor. So, all right, I'm feeling good about that. So yeah, that took 2 things. And the good news is the good news about playing this build is that it's only on attack. So it can be fairly easy to take down these types of things because while on attack they're very powerful, on defense they are not. Yeah. So that you can see here for round 4, I got 6 fans. So like that just, so I've got 9 fans from trophies and 2 fans from passive. So really from this, I can figure out who's in the lead with the fans. I just am, very lazy and don't want to do that. So definitely going to grab the mime here. I like the cowboy. Seen a lot of blacksmith as well. However, I'm going to redraw and hope that I can hit something. Clairvoyant is probably what I want to do, especially because that's a 4-powered thing, and I can now just remove the champion, because now this is just a better 4-power card, and we also remove one of the newcomers. So this is what, round 5. I wish I had more vendors. Like if I had one more vendor, I would feel really good about this deck. As of right now, I'm just feeling okay. But hitting the vendor first is very, very nice. Okay, that's great. All right, we want the mime to be on the top because that's going to be the most powerful. Double band is not something to sneeze at. Because now any of these red space cards are going to be pretty highly buffed. I think my opponent here just is kind of going for too much. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I suppose this is a really great build if you have a mascot, but outside of that, like, okay, you've got a vendor that's buffing what? The clown? And then you've got double knight, you've got 2 band that's buffing nothing. It's a very, very strange build. Because the nice thing that we have done here, especially when we get rid of this last newcomer, so there we go, we got 7 fans off of that one. This guy grabs a cowboy. Love this card. Can really... there's a great build out there where if you can go like cowboy, ghost, like anything that just is like hate on your opponent's deck, it's a really fun build because it's fun to annoy your opponents. Okay. Yeah, this guy's doing really well. The double comic character is also not bad. Again, the movie green people are all about attack. So he takes that. Ooh, that is a clutch win that the top card would go fill up the bench. So, woo. All right. I think that this is a perfect opportunity to go with the C. Siren is interesting here because you can put a card from your opponent's bench onto their exhaust pile. So if there is something that's buffing, but I don't think many of my opponents are going too much on the buff. Villain is always interesting. However, I don't actually love it for this build. Okay, this is what I was hoping to hit, is this Illusionist. And then now what we can do is just remove that. So we got Illusionist and Mime kind of being, this card gets +1 for each empty seat on the bench. If you get the Illusionist out immediately, it can be pretty devastating because then it's like 11 power just right off the bat. And then the worst case scenario, usually it's like a 5 or 6 power. So yeah, like this is the ideal thing to happen because now it just is, oh, you're going to have to get rid of a lot of your cards in order to take down this 11 powered thing. The villain being at 10 power, that's part of the reason why the villain is usually just so good, because it just is harder to take down a 10 powered thing. Okay, I would really love to see my vendor though. Mime would also not be bad here, but there's the vendor. I mean, the bad news here is, that all this is in the bin, but the like, these cards have +1 for your attack. It's like, okay, cool. Like the attack is really nice. It's just there's just no defense. All right, so I want the mime on top. We just got straight gas here left in the deck. There's just nothing. Like it's either mime or a rubber duck. Now, all the on attack stuff does add up. It's gonna be less cards, but the defense is not there. So while it's easier to take down my stuff, it is not as easy to hold the flag, and I can take most of it down with like one or two things. So yeah, so like even though this mime is going to be bad, first of all, I'll still be able to take it, but the rubber duck takes it down. So there we go. So another 7 fans for me. That's really, really great. I didn't see what happened in the other match. Okay, that guy won. Yeah, this guy is not building a very good deck. All right. Well, I like the teddy bear, and I like the bumper car. I guess. I like the thing with more power, and I'm just going to redraw. Well, bummer. I was hoping to hit another teddy bear, not another bumper car. I'm going to just grab it here. Definitely going to get rid of the pony, because basically the teddy bear is an upgrade from that. And then I guess, what do I value here? Do I value deck manipulation, or do I value just 1 extra power? And I think the answer is I value the deck manipulation. I really do not want to go more than 6 unique. I have, that's a nice draw right off the bat. I really do not want to get in a position where I could run out of bench space. I have run into too many. Ooh, that's nice to come out right away. I've run into too many times where I just run out of space, and it's just very annoying when that happens. All right, that's annoying that happened. However, that's not annoying, because now that's 10 power. This is the other nice thing about this build that was a little bit inadvertent, is that there's a lot of stuff that can come out. All right, so I want that on the top, and then these second and third, because I want the mime to come out here. Okay, double heroine, that's fine. Comic character, that's also fine, because now the mime's going to come out. Now, it won't be able to take the flag, which is a little annoying. But, yeah, like there's a lot of things that can come out first, and we're okay. All right, so now the question is, how many cards does my opponent have left? Hey, that's awesome. So, like, the rubber duck will go. So, like, this is a perfect example. Like, I've got a full bench, but I'm not worried about my bench space. There's nothing that I have to worry about. So this, you can also see that last trophy gets you 10 fans. So, like, that's why it can be very, very powerful. Both of these builds are kind of like your, like, garbage builds. Where it's just like, just grabbing good stuff and hoping it sticks. Really, this is one of those situations where if this person wins, they might sneak in simply because like they didn't play me. Whereas this person actually, I think, has a better deck, but because they didn't win this trophy, that actually may hurt them. Okay. So the question is, can this person defeat something that's 4? And the answer is yes. Okay, so that probably seals the deal, though. I probably play this person again. And, there's nothing that we can or should do. I did not see who I was playing. I'm playing this person. I was like, who am I playing? I'm playing this person. But yeah, you can see how I'd pretty much dominated in the fans arena. But also, like, what's really funny, this person got passive fans for the 2 clown things, I'm assuming, and then 10 for the winning the last round. This person won the first 4 rounds straight and didn't win any more and had the same amount of fans as this person. Ooh, that's a great draw right off the bat. I mean, really at this point, it's just like, because the last round you can't, oh, that's also really great. You can't add anything into the deck. Oh man, that's so good. You kind of know what you're up against. So that's a bit of a bummer that the Clairvoyant comes out there, but that's okay. Cowboy also a little bit unfortunate there because that's going to get rid of a card on our deck, and a pretty powerful one at that. But it's not going to matter because I'm just going to be able to take this, and I still have a rubber duck in here. Alrighty. So for really kind of having what I would consider to be a pretty weak start, a couple things were in my advantage. One, my opponents, I think, built kind of subpar decks, and that helped. This deck, what's the story of this deck? You get the Directors in there, and the comment, I mean, I guess the Cowboy took out a card, I guess, but the story of this deck doesn't make much sense. Anyway, so we despite again only getting one vendor and everything, we kind of just you shorten the deck, pick a theme, and then really what we had in this deck was a lot of versatility. That we weren't totally reliant on this vendor coming out. If the Mime came out first, great. If the Illusionist came out first, awesome. Clairvoyant takes the flag, awesome. There were so many things that we were less worried. Our deck worked without having to have a specific card. So versatility in a deck, the ordering of cards is often very, very, very underrated as a part of the strategy. So don't underestimate that. So if you are enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button and like and comment, and we will see you next time.